We can't see you, Doubt, by the way, in case you don't know.
I know.
All right.
Oh,
No.
Doubt, can
Fire
you turn
away.
off the lights? It's too bright.
No. You should be in the dark after that series, man.
Your Sicilian's plan was great.
But it
It felt like me playing, Viper. It felt like me playing.
exactly.
Thank you,
even
Doubt.
said,
I
no,
can
I
see
even
that.
said nearly playing, not you. Like I even already down.
Whoa.
You said that in game 5 as well.
I'm recording. I don't want to do this twice, man.
Okay, I'll just make an official introduction, okay? All right, hello there, everybody. I'm Mishmora, and I'm here together with all the players from GL. We just got together after Viper's final in the Titans League against Hera. He lost 4-2, and Doubt has a lot of questions for Viper. So just fire away. Just fire away, Doubt.
Viper, yes. Jordan, you go first.
You first.
No, Doubt, you go first. And
No,
I have
I
a
can
very
wait.
good question. I have a good question.
Guys,
want your
we're
question.
all supposed to talk about the games. It's not like you guys interviewing me or anything. We're talking here.
You were
No,
there.
Viper, what were you thinking in game 2, the Spiral game, Lithuanians against Poles, when you deleted your trap on purpose?
Game
instead
was
of your
over
Lambic
already by then. It was, who cares?
Okay, how about we just go game by game? I know that Doubt really wants to talk
Okay.
about the Sicilian game.
Nelson, if you want this to be like a good structure, you have to take charge. Else it'll
Did
be
you go
all
from the
bad.
last game to the first one?
I just said you had lots of questions, Doubt. I didn't say we should start with the last one, but I know you have lots of questions for the last game. Yeah, let's just go game by game. So game 1 was Bohemians against Cumans on Hideout. I think Nilly might have been the only one who actually watched the game from you guys here, right?
I was busy.
I played it.
So, for example, Hera felt that if he just plays 2 TCs and you play like you did, he should be 15, 20 villages ahead, and therefore felt that you just going 3 TCs would be a very unlikely approach. Why did you still go for it?
Because I thought that he would think that I would think that would be the case. So therefore, I thought that I should instead do the other thing.
Can you repeat?
There's a
Did you
lot of
really
mind
think that-
games.
Did you really think that he had something against the castle?
So yeah, my plan was that obviously I know he hates to play against the Hussite Wagon as well now. If Civ doesn't have redemption, it feels like it's impossible to stop. And I felt that if I try to go for the forward castle, it's super risky, obviously, and he very likely will prepare for that. So therefore, I figured,
for that.
yeah, I
He did.
figured.
He did the range opening.
Yeah,
Range
I-
before the second TC.
before second
Yeah.
TC.
Yeah,
He did
yeah.
mining cap. He did mining
Yeah.
cap on the goal, a second building.
Okay,
and then
that's a
he did
disaster.
Barrack range.
That you're playing me. How do you know that we were in the
But
game?
I mean, what do you do? You are the
Second screen.
That's why
That's
Tato
how I
lost.
won.
Wait, there's a very
He was
important
doing 2 things.
There's a very important clarification to make here. So between, I think, the first 3 games, during the first 3 games, if I'm not mistaken, Tato and Doubt were actually playing the final of the Return of Rome or Rise of Rome tournament.
Final.
Semi-final.
Sorry, semifinal. I feel like that
Semi.
tournament has been going on for like 3 years. I mean, when did it start? But anyway, you still somehow saw it, Tato. I don't know how.
Yeah, well, I actually cast that game after we finished with that.
Yeah,
Tato was casting while he was playing against Doubt.
No.
Felt
I
that way.
I we finished the series and then I downloaded again and watched it.
Wow.
I wasn't really sure what he was doing because I kept trying to scout. I couldn't see a barrack or range or anything, so I just imagined in the end that he just went for 2 TC, which I didn't like, because then I felt like maybe he can deny me, or I mean, I think it would have gone to post Imperialish anyway, but where Cumans should be better. But I scouted. I suddenly saw like 9 archers patrolling in the middle of the map, and I was like, yes, that should be a free win now.
If you went
I wish it
castle
was.
drop like you did against Classic Pro, I think you would have died instant.
Well, obviously, it would have been super GG. I was considering doing a cast drop for my own base, but I felt like the distance would be too far. It's like, yeah, I think actually a cast drop in my own base would also have been pretty good since he did range opening. But I think the way it played out was perfect for me.
I think it's the best strategy you could have gone for, right? Kind of like the perfect blind counter.
Yes.
There were a lot of mind games. My only worry, Viper, was that you would go the other way around, because I've seen you do that before. All right.
When are we gonna stop with that one?
Nah, never. Okay, so game
Every
two.
Hideout game, man.
Every
time.
Hideout game against Hera specifically. Jordan, you had a question for game 2. That was Spiral, Lithuanians versus Poles.
Yeah. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was the first time we saw Poles being played on Spiral this season. I remember we had that couple of times in, what was it called? RMS Cup, right?
RMS Cup.
So, yeah, were you surprised by his pick? And how did you feel going into the game? Because Poles have been nerfed a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't expect it, but I wasn't shocked by it, right? In the end, it made sense. But I think it was a bit unfortunate that we got the easy wall spawn, like very easy, like just wall to the water, and it's kind of like, so it was like, I wanted to be a bit aggressive with spear scouts, put pressure, maybe dock his lake, which I was able to, but obviously there was no areas where I could do damage, so then I knew it's going to be really tough, because with Poles with safe farming, it's not that easy to stop on the map. Like the distance is so far on that map, and like you're so vulnerable everywhere. I thought that if I get to like light his pikemen, maybe that would be a good comp, but I don't know. It just felt awkward from the get-go, really.
I didn't see the game. I didn't see the game.
The second and third, I didn't watch it.
I think he should have gone more Obuch. I think the game is over like once you get into the late spot, but I felt like the Arbalest edition wasn't ideal. What do you think he should have had as the ideal army composition in Imp?
I think just Hussar to raid and Arbalest, Bomber Cannon, and then Hussar meat shield whenever he needs is fine. I don't know how many castles he had. I feel like he built most castles in his economy at home to be safe. So I'm not sure if Obuk would have been the best play. Probably rather want to spend the gold on Arbalest and Bomber Cannon and Trebs.
Okay.
All right, game 3. That was Sacra, Teutons versus Mayans.
I think I was too stubborn on my predetermined plan, because I was like thinking, because Sacra these days we often end up in skirm wars. So my mastermind was like, okay, I'm just going to go Teutons. We have cheaper farms, and I'll just play skirms. And then when we transition to Castle Age, I will have knights with monk resistance, Mangunas monks. I can do whatever, like the meta of on Sacra with Teutons perfectly with the cheaper farms. But yeah, since he picked mines, I should have reevaluated the situation and just gone like full YOLO tower rush, because playing skirms into eagles is just kind of suicide. And he also got a successful lame at the start. I think he lamed like 3 sheep and obviously my deer. So it was a bit rough opening, but yeah, I should have adapted strategy wise. I think it was poorly. I did a Jordan, didn't think.
When I watched the game, I was like, am I playing, right? Felt like that.
All right, then game 4. Goths versus Persians. That's the one that Dowd really wants to talk about. Coast to Mountain.
How do you come up with that plan? It was such a good idea. Like everything lined up there. Like everything. Like early pressure with militia just to get him off the hunt, deny the wood line. Then send 2 on the bottom for the gold, top with the many times so again on the gold, blocking gold completely, going for the dog, using the hunt bonus, whole map is safe. Brilliant. How did you come up with that?
You pretty much put it out how the game went there. Oh, but Tato told me about it. I saw Tato play with, he was Japanese when he tried it, and it was better with God. Oh, of course, Doubt. It was a very good strategy by you, Doubt. Very nicely.
Oh, what a surprise! I could not tell it was Doubt's strategy. Wow, I'm so surprised.
We had a proper
Heard
discussion.
it the first time.
Yeah, it was a proper discussion in Discord where we talked about it like back and forth, and like I think the conclusion was kind of Malay can maybe counter it. But besides that, Goth just like the longer lasting hunt, you kill all the deer around his base, you can kind of deny golden wood like Dowd said. It all kind of just lines up, so it clicked.
It definitely clicked.
I did. I have to say the reason I know it's really good, because my opening execution was really bad. I felt like I did a lot of things wrong and the eco management was very off. It was the first time I tried it as well, so it was a bit like yikes. But Nelly, don't do that. But the fact that it still worked that good says that it was actually a really good strategy.
Says a lot about the creator with the strategy.
Viper, what happened at the beginning? You built the barrack 50%, then switched off. What was happening?
I thought to myself, like, wait, do I need the barracks right away? Because he's on stragglers, right? So I was like, rather do the TC first and then the barrack, you know? It is what it is.
I told you guys,
Improvise,
it's
man.
not one-trick pony strategy. First, I spent like an hour convincing Tato in semifinals, and then I had to spend time with Viper as well. And then he was like, it makes sense.
Did
It's
you
not
convince
just like
Tato in the semifinals? Did you try to make him do it against me or what?
maybe.
What is this 2v1?
But Daud, I think the main question is why do you have to explain it to others and not execute it yourself?
I did.
Till the elite upgrade.
Now we're talking.
He executed till the elite upgrade.
We are talking about the finals here. Who cares about round of 12? It was a good strategy.
It worked out.
Just to make it clear, everybody's free to talk about their runs in the tournament. So, Doubt, if you
I'm good. I'm good.
I think someone rang on the door.
Sure,
Which
go ahead.
tournament?
The one that has more than gold league.
Yeah. Like the strategy when Dow did it to me, I felt like I was always like in the back foot as well. So
Yeah.
I felt like I could do nothing.
But Tato, you won that game,
Yet
right?
you still won the
Against
game.
Yeah, because Dow is Dow. But if you take Viper for Dow there, I would have lost.
Not for Eldorado. Not for Eldorado.
Wait for that one now.
I was
Eldorado
mad
did
at
not
last
click.
game.
It did not click.
How many times did you try this before?
Wait, we're on game 5 now.
Yeah,
Five
yeah.
now.
Let's just go through game 5 really fast. That
Nila, I
was-
feel like Nila is gonna super judge me.
So game 5 was Land Madness, Aztecs against
Mhm.
Magyar. So from your perspective, what went wrong there?
I was I had Franks as an option as well. Probably a more comfort pick. But I felt like I want to try and get Aztecs running with the Eagles, and I have a style I like to play these days with double barracks and feudal age, and it's pretty decent, but it didn't work out obviously in the end. Why are you laughing, though?
Look at Jordan again.
Okay.
No, but he says he wants to pick Aztec because he wants Eagles running.
He meant Pike, man. Whole game Pike, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are we done?
continue. No.
Yeah, so obviously it started off really well. I got to lame his board, so I felt comfortable from there. My gold was forward was a bit awkward because Hera's really good at the pressure with the scout score and micro. I took a really good fight in mid feudal age, and then I was thinking I will transition to castle age and maybe go for eagle steamroll, but my eco just felt so bad. I couldn't afford things. And I didn't find my gold in the back. So I also the second goal I could go for was like quite forward out to the middle, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. Because I was thinking, in case he's going full feudal age, I don't want to be out there. So it would have been a bit easier if I found the back gold. But then we also had an awkward fight. Like right before castle age, I accidentally put up the Steam overlay, so I couldn't micro my units.
What?
So I ended up fighting before I hit castle age with all my eagles and all that stuff. So that was not pretty. I couldn't click the game for 10 seconds there. So that was bad timing. But that's weird because I have in Steam I have disabled the Steam overlay, so I'm not sure why it shows up. But it is what it is.
Well, if
I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the game either way.
If I'm not mistaken, both Nilly and Doubt actually called it a good fight for you. If it's the one I'm thinking about, sort of in the middle of the map.
Well, it was right
where the
before
hill
I hit
was,
castle
right?
age. Right
No,
before I hit
I don't
castle
think
age.
it was.
It wasn't
it was
that
a
bad
good.
actually.
It wasn't a bad fight in the end, which is why I'm saying it didn't determine the game in any way. But yeah, just to explain why some people were came to my chat after the game was like, "Why did you take that fight right before castle age?" I'm like, I couldn't click.
Because of the Steam overlay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
And then
if
it was
Steam sorry, I need to interrupt. If Steam overlay made you send 20 villages on stone, I would understand. Then it's a valid point.
That's where my eco management was just horrible.
Yeah, like the issue that you missed 2 gold tiles, 2 gold piles for 1 tile.
Yeah.
Oh,
was I knew that
a second goal?
if I knew that gold was in the back there, I would never have obviously gone for a stone. But I figured,
Right.
okay, my only chance now is in case it's going full feudal, I'll sell stone and buy gold to make eagles. That was kind of my logic. I had to because I felt on the back foot when he said hit castle age. I felt like I wouldn't have gold income for eagles, and I wouldn't have the mobility to he would just pick me off all my units.
Pike was fine.
I think Pax was fine, but my eco was just too messy already. It
But
was
I
rough.
think the move was when you send all the pikes with 2 monks forward.
Yeah,
yeah,
the timing there was really rough.
Yeah, but what are you going to do with pikes?
I was just gonna put some pressure because I thought he might be 1 TC, so I was like, maybe I can just go up there and make it awkward, force him to take some fights. But then he had suddenly 8 archers in the middle of the map, and I obviously ran into them, and at the same time he counterattacked me at home, and I didn't have any defense. So, and I had sent my eagles around the map to try and counterattack. So all my army was like out of my base. So it was just.
I really think that's when you lost the game. You were
Yeah.
even at that point.
I think I was always gonna lose. Like he has so much mobility on the map, map control. I don't think I can recover the position.
I think even, but Magia scales better there,
Yeah.
especially with the little goat control.
The Viper no would not send pikemen and monks like maybe we find the damage. That's Jordan. You play safer. You scout the map and you know where the damage is, and you send exactly the amount of units. You don't send everything there.
How can you scout? Like he has knights, light cav.
Make a eagle.
Yeah, he had a lot of eagles. He's tried to sneak them around. It's like eagles will get caught off.
But I also felt
You
like I
can
was
scout
behind.
there.
Like I felt behind, so I felt like I needed to take some risk with my army as well. So
Yeah,
it was a combination of those things.
All right.
I'm
Anybody?
going for the last game.
Was just about to ask if somebody's got other questions. All right, so game 6, that was El Dorado, Sicilians against Malians. Doubt, the stage is yours.
Like very well prepared strategy, I must say. Like
Not so sure.
like putting the dungeon in the middle. That's like defensive building and force opponent to react with that barrack and stable or range while you invest only basically a tower, and you control the middle while you're fighting for the water. Huge lead, really good, well thought strategy. But when you see enemies going full fire galleys and his gold is exposed, he's making scouts, and you have 2 sergeants, 500 food, 300 wood in the bank. What do you do?
I didn't know he was going scouts. Also,
His gold is vulnerable.
someone told me to not build a market, by the way.
We cannot without mill. That was not the issue. The issue was he had 2 sergeants, like half to the castle age resources. Not
Was I
pressuring
that
the
close
gold.
to Castle Edge? I didn't
Yeah,
feel like I was.
You were
Yeah,
banking
you
whole
had
game.
450 food basically from minute 12 to minute 17.
Okay, but I felt like I took like the how close his docks were to mine was a shock for me. I didn't expect him to be, and like that was a bit unfortunate. I sent both my fires towards him because I expect he's on this side of the map. His forward docks is probably on that side as well. So I sent those 2 fires there, and at the same time he came in from the other side with a fire and picked off my fishing ship and like forced me to move. So the timing there was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, the whole plan was
You can control
obviously
shorter, right? Because he only wanted to defend.
Yeah, but I didn't know because I still didn't see anything from him. I saw him walling in his woodlands. I was thinking maybe he's trying like a super fast castle now to counter you pudding type of strategy.
But where
So
would
I
you
was-
get the food from? Like then he has to have like
yes.
12 fishing ships.
Yeah, of course, but that's what he's doing, right? He's adding fish behind. So thinking that I'm in the middle, he might not think I'm going too heavy on water. It was a little bit like back and forth in my mind. It didn't play out as I intended, of course. But yeah, I think if I defend my fish, chances are better. But his dock, like double dock as well, right on top of my docks, was a surprise to me.
I think you would be fine if you lose a fish. You just needed to pressure his gold. Like 5 sergeant, 2 spearmen, make a dungeon there.
agree.
Its game is over. And then you
Maybe.
commit to the water. He's without gold. Immediately controlled by dungeon. Game over.
Yeah,
Game was absolutely won at that point. But then you have 2 sergeants. You're stubborn to make more, but you mind stone to make a dungeon and lose it. Just like 3 more sergeants, then 1 spearman. Game is over right there. He's out of gold.
I think if I didn't lose any of my fish from the get-go, I would have felt more comfortable trying to go faster Castle Age. But since I did have that dip in food income from my fish, I felt like trying to even go fast castle now is suicide anyway. So I guess again, it's like the only option I had at that point probably as well. So
Well,
hindsight
at
is
that point,
2020. But
you
the
did
strategy
lose two
wasn't as
sergeants.
good as I was.
Let's
told.
go. Let's go now. Pick whatever. That was like you couldn't lose. Like I was like telling you Nearly, we are going for the last game. That's it. The sergeants are in the goal. Keep producing. He got nothing. He even answers scouts. Like the best answer for you is him going scouts. Like 1-2 spearmen for me and dungeon. Like he cannot stop that.
In hindsight, that makes sense. But
Yes, it does.
yeah, the fish pressure probably puffed my decision making off a little bit. But I also trapped his scouts. I was like, okay, maybe I can even go straight fast castle here. So I was like, but no.
How many practice games did you do of that strategy?
Was Nila muted for you guys as well?
No.
Listen, Nila, one thing I learned from our Lord and Savior that is sitting up in the left corner there is that when it clicks, and it's always best at the first try.
That was
That's
me,
what he
Jordan.
always
That
taught
was me,
me.
Jordan. That's
Try again, Jordan.
Jordan is the other one.
What? Here it shows there.
That's me. But
For me, it shows
but
there.
thank you, thank you,
Oh,
thank you.
that is
We
unfair.
expect that from you, Jordan.
No, but here it shows there, really.
No.
Freaking Jordy.
It shows here.
Tato is
shows
there. Doubt is all the way over there.
What
I'm
is
really
this
cute.
content, guys?
Yeah.
This is the GLAW YouTube content.
Yeah.
In any case, Viper, second finish for you. You know, everybody's making fun of you. You still finished the highest in this call,
Suckers.
right? So how do you feel about that? I mean, not about the fact that you finished higher than your teammates, but about the
Oh.
fact that you finished second.
No, I'm fine with that. I'm happy with how I played. A few decision-making errors, but you know, all in all, Hera's obviously a worthy opponent and a tough guy to beat. So it is what it is. I'm happy with the result, and I'm just looking forward to Warlords, and hopefully we can do well there as well. And hopefully these other guys come further than they do as well.
I got fourth.
Top four.
Top 4.
Gold League doesn't count now.
I got top 4 in my group.
I'm in finals in AV1.
Jordan got top 4 as well. In that
Platinum
case.
League. Let's go.
By the way, did you guys hear the T90's announcement? Does anybody?
Did not.
Nobody. Okay.
What happened?
No.
Well, very
Very quick.
soon, we shall be talking about that, Mr. Viper. So,
Ooh.
True, is on the podcast next episode.
yeah, it's gonna be on the
Oh,
next
racist.
episode of our podcast with T90 himself. So,
Ooh.
don't you guys miss
On
that
this
one.
channel.
On
On
this-
this YouTube channel.
Wow.
Subscribe.
Amazing, amazing. Anyway, guys,
Jordan, where's the subscribe button? Show it.
Point where it is.
all right, perfect. I think we cut it here. Thank you so much, everybody. This was fun, and hopefully we can do this again with a finalist next time, and
Do we
maybe
do like an awkward wave, everyone?
Let's
Yours
Jordan
is cut
explain who is where again, please. That's
right.
awkward enough.
That was so fun.